Hello, welcome to the video. This week we are going to do kind of a creative reset type thing. I've decided that I will probably do one of these types of videos every month because inevitably there will always be a few days every month where I just feel like a piece of garbage, where nothing is working. I feel like I suck at everything and I should just quit everything. And then I realize like, oh, no, I don't need to quit everything. This is normal. This happens all the time. I don't need to quit everything. I just need to take a break and recalibrate. So a lot of YouTube creators that I watch will do like a monthly reset video where they just kind of like clean and get organized and get their life together a little bit. And so I think my version of that will be a creative reset where I'm just doing like what Julia Cameron in the Artist Way calls artist brain activities, which are just like mundane, everyday tasks, chores type of thing. Stuff where like your hands are busy, but your mind is free to wander. And maybe during these types of videos, I will do some artist dates, take myself out and do something fun. That won't happen this week, but in the future maybe. Next week, we are taking a little trip. We're going to the Oregon coast for a few days. I'm really excited. I love going to the ocean. It's just so peaceful and beautiful and such a relaxing type of vacation because we don't really have an itinerary at all. We just go and hang out on the beach and chill. But there's a few things that I need to get done outside before we leave. So that's what I'm going to be working on for the next couple days. I have some flowers that need to be planted. I think I need to do something with some of my little seedlings. I need to put them in a bigger container. They're not quite ready to plant out in the ground yet, but they do need to be. I need to do something with them because they are a little out of control. And then there is a flower bed out in the front of the house. It's such a mess. It's full of cheatgrass, and then the only thing in that bed are two huge Russian sage plants, which I love. They're so great. I'm assuming that they are as old as this house. I don't really know, but they're so big. They mostly take care of themselves, but every spring I just go out and I cut down all the old growth, all the dead stuff from last year. I cut all that off, and then it just grows back so full and tall and beautiful. And the new growth is starting to come through pretty aggressively already, so I need to cut away the dead stuff. I don't want to let it go another week. So I really need to do that and then clean up the cheatgrass. And that's usually a pretty big project. Yeah, so that's the plan for this video. I'm gonna finish my coffee and then we'll get started on something. I do not feel like cooking tonight, so we're gonna have French dips and a salad from a bag. That's what we're eating, and it's gonna be delicious. I was apparently not recording when I made this gourmet salad, but the one we're having is the sweet kale. This is my favorite. This is my favorite one. So, anyway, dumped and mixed. All right, so these are the plants that I picked up the other day. I got some marigolds, and then these green ones are nasturtium. This area behind me, my goal is to turn this into a big native flower garden, but the main issue that I have in growing stuff out here is rodents. I got rats, these little wood rats. They eat the tops of the plants, and then we got gophers. And last year, I planted some flowers in here, and the gophers just wiped out every single plant. And I think the gophers are worse than the rats because the rats just eat the tops, but the gophers take the entire plant. They attack it from the bottom, and they just take the whole thing down into their tunnel. It's pretty impressive, but it's also very annoying. So this year, I thought that I would try some strategic planting. So supposedly they really like the nasturtiums. So I'm going to plant those away from the garden to draw them away. They can eat those. They can eat all those that they want. And then the marigolds are supposed to be one that they don't like, which I'm a little skeptical. I think they're just going to eat anything that I put out here, but we're going to try it. They're not supposed to like the marigolds. So I'm going to plant those around the flowers that I want to protect to be like a deterrent maybe. We'll see. I need to get a lot more, but I'm going to start with these ones. Anyway, I'm just going to plant them out and get started. So, okay. I think there's 2 of these plants in every cell, looks like. Maybe. Okay, so I just made a ring of marigolds around this bed. It's going to be a little bit before I can plant my seedlings, but maybe having these out here will let the gophers know this is not a good place to set up camp. I do need to get some more marigolds for this area. I'll do that. I'll do that soon. We'll see how it goes. I'm just trying stuff. I don't know. These are just some little yarrow plants that survived from last year. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 6 or 8 of them. They're pretty resilient little plants. And then these are some sedum that I planted last year, and the deer were eating them. They don't really care about my fence anymore, so I put little cages around them, and they seem to be doing okay now. I'm gonna have to do some kind of like row cover as well once I plant all my seedlings out. So we'll have to figure that out, and then I'm gonna just take this fence down, I think, because it's kind of not doing anything. I'm gonna go ahead and move some of these baby plants into some bigger containers. I have a couple like empty strawberry tubs, empty planter things from my marigolds that I kept. So I think this will give them a little bit more room. I don't know if I need all these. We'll see. Here, I can fit a few in these. I brought some soil. I'm just gonna take the biggest ones. Some of them are growing like really crookedly because I didn't get them under the grow light fast enough. That one is pretty weak. Some of these are pretty weak. They need water too. Don't come over here. You lay down. Well, I ran out of things to put them in, and I also need to refill my soil. So I'm going to go try and find some more empty pots that I can put these the last half of these in, because I have quite a few more. They need to be watered very badly as well. So I'm gonna go water these ones, and then figure out something to do with the rest. I don't know if you could see those hawks. There's 3 big hawks up there. You can hear them screaming. I don't know if you could see them on the camera, but you could probably hear them, I'm sure. Okay, I found one more of these little containers, and I stole the strawberry container from the strawberries that we're currently eating. And I still have like 5 that I want to transplant, but I don't have any more containers like this. I have some like nursery pots, but they're really big for these little plants. So what am I gonna do? Also, I'm out of room under the light in the house. So I'm thinking that I might have to put these outside. Oh, little birds. There's lots of birds out here today. Yeah, anyway, I might have to move these outside, maybe build cages around them so nothing eats them, and put them where the sprinklers for the grass will hit them. We'll see. I gotta figure this out. This pot seems way too big for these, but hopefully that will work out. And then I got these. I'll just put these ones back in the house under the light because they're still pretty small. Cool. I did end up putting these out here. I think they're gonna be okay here. I hope they are. I have some like 1/4-inch mesh that I'm going to build just a little fence around them to protect them from the rodents. I don't really have another option, so. It is so windy. Oh my gosh. Okay, I gotta move inside. We have been having some crazy wind this week. Anyway, I hope that those will be okay out there while we're gone. I think they'll be okay. They'll get water and sun, so I think they'll be fine. I'm gonna end this video here. I need to start packing and like getting ready for our trip and finish editing this video before we go. So if you're still here, thanks so much for hanging out with me. I know this was kind of a different video, very plant heavy, but I got everything done that I wanted to get done. So thanks for indulging me. Next week we will be at the coast, so I am gonna film a little bit while we're there. I'm hoping to get some like sketchbooking done. I'm gonna take a knitting project with me, so that should be some cozy, crafty, by the ocean vibes. So I hope you come back for that, and if you do, I will see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.